Hey guys, I just wanted to chat for a couple minutes about some bias that I have witnessed. I have worked in elementary schools for the past 5 years, and I work with kids that have behavior goals. I do behavior interventions with them. So my behavior focused students, what that basically means is they just need a little bit extra support with making okay choices and making the proper, having a proper response to a behavioral trigger. That being said, we collectively, as a school district and just in general, we want our children to be as included in our classrooms, to be as inclusive as possible. It is very, very important that a child that has these types of goals is able to experience them, situations in a real-time situation, instead of just sitting in a special ed classroom and talking about, this is what, if this situation should come up, this is what you should do, or what should we do if this happens? Instead, we can help them step by step in a real-time, real-life situation to assess, okay, let's stop and think. Let's think before we act. What can we do right now? I'm feeling like this. How can we respond to that feeling? With that being said, it comes with a little bit of concern, I guess I will say, from some parents of these students' peers. I have heard that they think that their children shouldn't be around somebody that has behavioral issues, and I can understand to a degree, because sometimes they can get physically destructive. I don't know, but that doesn't mean that they should be excluded. It means that we need to all learn how we can live together, how we can adapt ourselves to each other as a whole. So I think that there needs to be more dialogue. These kids, just because they're in special education, doesn't mean that they're stupid. It doesn't mean that they don't understand. It doesn't mean that they need to be shoved out and, taught completely differently. Maybe they do need some assistance, and maybe they do need some approaches that are a little bit different than what your mainstream general ed situation or learning would be. But that doesn't mean that they're any less capable, and it doesn't mean that they're any less valuable as people in our society. We learn from these situations. We learn from being around differences, how to adapt personally, how we can take a look at ourselves and take a look at our students and take a look at our children and say, okay, what can we do to make the best out of the situation for everybody? I think that there needs to be a little bit more dialogue in general about special education and behavior-focused students, and, quit making it such like a top secret sort of hush-hush thing. It's, you don't want to put anybody in the spotlight that doesn't want to be there, but there also needs to be some level of understanding. Without understanding, it's just too abstract. It's give the students, everyone, a little bit of background history, a little bit of a why behind certain behaviors may come up, especially for ones that have those more violent outbursts. It makes it more understanding, and I feel like there needs to be a lot more communication between everybody when it comes to the needs of the class as a whole and the needs of a student that maybe needs some extra support. So thanks for listening.